You ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other places people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you get paid for this podcast. What I like about it is starting using it is how easy it is to use. I just upload those episodes of my podcast. I placed in other places, do some editing and tinkering, and voila, that's it. It's that simple. So if you always wanted to start your own podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. And now, let's get on with the show. You ever felt you're being watched sometimes? Have you ever had a cold shiver run down your spine? Sometimes we go through that. Sometimes we look for answers to questions we don't really truly understand. Like, are we truly alone in the universe? Is there life after death? This world is weird. It gets weirder by the day. And in that weird are questions that we have as curious beings known as humans. Tonight, we look into some of those questions and get a little weird. Because we all are just a tad bit weird. Tonight on Weekend Weird. Welcome to Weekend Weird, the show about the weird and mundane that's out in this world, across this universe and beyond. I'm your host, producer, captain of the ship, guy in charge, RedNick, and as you can still hear, still doing a remote thing. Thought I'd be able to record live with other people in the same room, but alas, because of the Delta variant and certain people who don't want to listen to science, and I don't care if you listen to this or not, take the damn vaccine, wear your mask. Free, and again, if you're offended by that, go ahead, shut it off. I don't give a damn. It's a free show, and I'm sick and tired of living my life because you people don't want to do what you're supposed to do. Period. But alas, whatever. And not only that, because of life getting in the way, I wasn't able to record pretty much all summer long. You're hearing this right now. We're in Labor Day weekend. Because life got in the way, was able to record the rest of May, June, July, and most of August. Now, just getting back to this, I do apologize, but again, life got in the way. Things that had to be done, that needed to get done, they got done. Things I wasn't able to do during the pandemic, I was able to do during the short, brief time that we had freedom. Now, because of the Delta variant, even though it's not officially going to be a lockdown, but there's going to be a lot of things that we won't be able to do or have to do very cautiously because certain people don't want to do what they need to do, and now this thing is mutated to now it's highly contagious. But that's its own thing. Let's just leave it at that. I do apologize again for not being on for most of the summer. We had some great stories planned out. We had some true crime. We had some weird stories that's out there. But again, alas, life got in the way. Weren't able to do them. So I could tell you for the rest of the year is that you're going to have this story, and we're going to try to get another one going, whether it's by myself. I don't care if it's by myself, even though those are my most least popular episodes, was by myself and I'm not having a conversation with somebody, even though, but still, this is a low listen to podcast anyway, so who gives a goddamn. I can tell you the next story is going to be done this month, might be a week or two after this episode airs. It most likely might be by myself, me telling a tale of something. Next month, is going to be what we call Halloween anniversary month. It's October is the month of Halloween. Bye bye summer. This is what this episode. You're listening to this. It's the weekend of Bye Bye Summer unofficially. We had some laughs, great, but next month will be October, Halloween, the month of Halloween. Even though it's on the 31st, and fall, mostly, and also the anniversary of Weekend Weird, 2017. That's when Weekend Weird debuted in the month of October. So we're going to be doing 2 stories guaranteed, no matter what, even if I have to be alone. Even though the last episode I probably will not be alone. The first episode will be a ghost story that is one of the first ghost stories I've really dug into and have heard that be purportedly true. We will do that story, and the second part will be the second story, which will be later on in the month, will be a true unsolved crime that I was involved in, sort of. That's the only clues I'll give you. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you can go do your real research yourself. Or we're going to wait until that episode. That's a surprise. The first ghost story I've ever heard of. Only hint I'm going to give you is that it's a older story, purportedly to be true, and it's not set in this country. But it's in an English-speaking country. That's the only clues I'm giving you for that first story. So we're going to do that. And then for November and December, we're going to try to get as many stories we can get to you before the holiday break. Hopefully we give you 2 or 3 in November. That's the plan. And hopefully give you 2 in December. Try to get these recorded in advance before the holiday break, so it's just edit them, put them out there, but we're trying the best we can. I mean, because again, life gets in the way. People's schedules change and stuff like that. Now, as in terms of my usual co-host Ogul has been out of the country since May. So he is not back yet. Hopefully he will be back next month. And then he can join in for a couple of episodes. If not, but I haven't spoken to him in a while, but he is not on this episode. This episode I'm joined by Lorraine Kirkpatrick, who was a guest on a couple of previous episodes. Mainly the Indiana Sampler and the Servant Girl Annihilator episodes. She joins me on this episode, which will be discussing the Bell Witch, the famous story of the Bell hauntings of Adams, Tennessee. So we'll be discussing that on this episode of Weekend Weird. So we recorded this earlier in the week. So without further ado, I bring you the Bell Witch with co-host guest co-host, Lorrell Kirkpatrick. Y'all enjoy, and here we go. Hello?
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Just enjoying my Saturday as much as I can.
That's good. Hey, should I put on headphones and bring the microphone closer, or is this okay?
Um, yeah, you could do headphones and a mic.
Okay, hang on one second. Let me
Sure.
run across the room.
All right.
Oh, right. Hello. Oh, I don't hear you. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
There we go. There we go.
All right. All right. All right, but other than that, how you feeling?
I feel pretty okay. It was I was gonna go to this church that lets us have free that's always let us have free BLM meetings are having
Okay.
uh like a little social event,
Uh-huh.
but it's a little too hot. It's just hot. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be the happiest I could possibly be out there.
Yeah.
It's too hot. So and it was from 4. They're gonna have food, they're gonna be selling cool stuff. And I'm like, maybe not 11 and 4. That seems like a long time. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, maybe that's right though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I haven't found it have found no reason whatsoever to walk out my air conditioned apartment. So that might
well,
not happen.
well, enjoy it for now because pretty soon we'll be in winter and be wishing that we had this.
It was still summer in November last year, wasn't it? Wasn't it still hot in November?
October.
October?
Mhm.
I
I think it
think
was a
we're
little
all right.
warm in November, but
Yeah.
All right. So, since we're doing this case, I've always wanted to do this case for a long time.
Yikes.
What have you heard of the Bell Witch?
So I haven't heard much about it other than the intense role it plays in the movie The Blair Witch. Of course, I haven't heard it. I haven't really heard anything about it. As I read it,
Mm-hmm.
talking to you, I was like, oh, okay, I actually think I read this before.
Okay.
In terms of just the summary of it, but this is all a lot. This is all a lot of terrifying stuff. It involves it involves former presidents and just all kinds of stuff.
Well,
and like I said, I've always said I just really I don't know, and it's not that I want to, but I know there has got to be some amazing stories about some Black horror figures. I remember I was in New Orleans one time, and they were doing a tour and talking about ghosts and death and everything. And I asked them, I said, y'all ain't got no black ghosts? This is where the black ghosts would be, I'm sure. And then they had one black ghost, like a child who was a slave. I'm like, God damn, okay, whatever. But when they're this creepy, it's okay. It's not you quickly think about all of your all of your social expectations, and you just really, really wish you weren't hearing about the Bell Witch anymore.
Yeah.
Acceptable. I deem it acceptable.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this tale is like, because, United States and even the European migration or takeover, whatever you want to call it, of North America, that we don't have that many folklores like in Europe or Africa or Asia. Like, it's pretty young, and this is like American folklore. This is like